Oh, shit.
Get back here!
Are we rolling? Yeah. We rolling? Who'd you vote for? Remember the 5th of November. I'll tell you who I voted for. Go Dodgers! Go Dodgers! I voted for the Dodgers.
Nice.
Bandwagon fan. You ever seen me in a Dodgers hat?
No.
Oh, no, they won the World Series. Look who's got a hat. I've been wearing a hat. I lost it in jacuzzi when I was a drug addict. No, I watched the Dodgers. I told you my sports history. I followed all that shit till high school, and then I watched nine. Don't say that. My Dodgers days was Mike Piazza, Eric Karros, Billy Ashley. I heard he got on pills and mounted nothing. I'm sorry, Billy. I hope you're all right. I get it. I'd like the drugs too. Who else? Hideo Nomo, Raul Mondesi. I was a fan of Raul Mondesi till I saw him walk from home plate to right field. Do you know how long of a fucking walk that is? Fuck you, bro. You make $10 million a year, you could jog. Mm-hmm. Jog that Mondesi ass to right field, bitch. Motherfuckers with bad attitudes. I had a bad attitude, but ayahuasca said, "Hiya!" Said, "There you go, bitch." And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm humble. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to. Give me some gold, God. Come on, I have a boy now. Give me the gold. I think I'm gonna buy Marlo, my son, like a shitty, just like clothes. Like that's for right now. But and then like for funsies, like a real gift. I think I'm gonna spoil this motherfucker. Whatever. I'm gonna give him like a gold coin every year.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
That's cool. Smells like piss in here. Fucking boo. I'll fuck you up, dude. I gotta call my ex. Hey, you gotta take this cat. He's pissing on my fucking podcast studio. My son's stuff.
I can smell it now that we closed the door.
Yeah.
Might leave that open.
Nah, I like it. Rancid.
A little toxoplasmosis.
What the fuck, man? Fucking pissing, pooping, and pissing. Pooping. Go Dodgers. Dodgers won. The voting is today. So this is, I know I said I'm taking a break, and we are, but we're building the studio out. Doesn't look like it. No, November 22, 23, we are under construction. We're getting a big, fat, pimp daddy studio. This room will be dedicated to podcasting only, and I'll just do the damn shit right. I got too many moving parts and too many areas in my life. It's too much. I'll give you a little sneak preview of I showed you the photo. I guess we'll insert photo here. This isn't the final one. I don't think I'm going to have Britney Spears as my backdrop. But it's going to look something like this. The new logo coming in soon.
Nice.
Yeah. And we'll get it cracking. And, yeah, that's awesome. I've been getting hit up by a lot of y'all like, where's the pod? So this is just kind of like the in-betweener. And I'm going to have a guest today, too, and you'll see why. Because I just did ayahuasca, and the homie just went to the jungle, and he said he did it 5 or 10 nights in a row. A lot of nights. We're going to hear it from his mouth. But I said, oh, yeah, let me hear the tale. It's my longtime homie and friend, funny comedian Alex Hooper. I've known him at least 10 years. And he's been in the trenches. And he's also a cancer survivor, too, so that's fucking awesome. And we recorded Comedy Central together. That was cool. And he's got stories for days. So he's going to be my guest. We're going to tell you all about ayahuasca. And, yeah, shit's been wild, man. Just like the rebirth, rebranding, it's just a lot of work. Motherfuckers don't understand how much work is involved in everything. You just like, nothing runs smoothly out the gate. You notice this?
Yeah.
Just hiccups. I'm tired of hiccups. Motherfucking hiccups. Oh, he's early bird special. Well, we'll just bring him in now. pause. I'll go get my guess. And yeah, I'll be right back. Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll get right to it. Who'd you vote for? You vote for the rapist or the Joker?
Oh, yeah, I think you can probably assume by looking at me who I voted. Actually, no, you couldn't, actually. Other than the fact that I'm wearing a Grateful Dead shirt right now, that maybe that will give you a little bit of insight.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I'm a positive hippie festival kid, so, you know, I think we can figure it out.
Yeah. I vote for ayahuasca.
Yeah, I always vote for
Ayahuasca
psychedelics.
for president. Is that on the ballot? Who's the runner-up? Bufo? Move over, Bufo.
Yeah, I mean, I've said for years that I think every day on a president's first day, they should have to take an eighth of mushrooms and just sit in front of a camera and just go through it, and whatever comes out, we'll have a much better idea of who's in office.
I like that idea minus the camera. Nobody should be filmed on an eighth of mushrooms.
A president should, because that's how you get the real thing of what's going on in there. Like, I agree. I never want
They're
cameras
just like,
around
I'm a
me when I'm
terrible
tripping.
person. Oh my God.
Right? That may come out.
Let's just get to the psychedelics. I love this. I don't want to hear your story yet. Let me just ask the questions first. Have you done all of them? Have you done Iboga and Bufo and Combo and Hape and Hapa?
So I have not done Ibogaine. I think that's more so for people that are really needed something for addiction and things like that. I have friends that have done it because those are like people who really they're at their last leg of options. I've done all like the fun ones. I've done shrooms and acid and Molly and ketamine and morning glory seeds and salvia. Salvia is not a fun one, actually. Salvia is the worst.
Salvia is the devil.
Yeah, salvia is brutal. I had a joke in my special.
I stopped being friends with my friends that gave me that.
Good, you should.
I was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, I had a joke in my special. It's like, chemotherapy is the worst drug I've ever done, and that includes salvia.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's so bad. But yeah, I mean, I have not done 5-MeO DMT. I've done plenty of regular DMT. I've never done the frog. I've never done combo, like when you burn it into yourself.
Me and my girl did it.
Did you?
It was very physical.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, God.
Like, what kind of, like, did you shake, or like, what happened to you?
It's weird to say this, but it feels like it's hard to translate what it is. It feels like organic, smooth food poisoning. Because you do like sweat and go, bleh, but it's not like sickness. You know, like I've had food poisoning where it's like you're like, oh, I'm sick. You don't say that, but you do vomit.
Yeah, so you're purging out all the negativity inside of you, but it's a good one.
It's a spiritual and physical purge, and I never felt cleaner after. Like the afterglow was lovely. The actually going through it was awful.
Did they like burn it into you and everything? Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. And no, it was a legit ceremony, and I highly recommend it. I only did it the once. I don't want to, but I think I need to go back. And I can't speak on my own experiences because I've only done it the once. But I do know drug addicts that puke up their addictions, and now they're not drug addicts. Like motherfuckers struggling. Like,
oh yeah,
struggling.
And that's IBO too.
Yeah.
Like that's 100%. Like they say, it's all the most challenging parts of a trip you've ever been through. It's only that for like 10 hours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, no thanks. I don't think I need that one.
Yeah, that one's gnarly. I think I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, you've had addiction issues in the past, or I don't want to say in the past, but I mean you.
Dude, it never goes away.
Right, it never goes away.
Annoying.
So as
you get
for
it in check, and then the voices going.
It always, right? Because it's every day, right?
Yeah.
Every day you wake up and they say it's just today. That's all I can control. So
you get tired of it. You're like, I was fine. You know?
That's what we always.
And then the next day comes, you're like, wow.
Yeah, I've never.
Motherfuckers don't realize how exhausting it is to just constantly battle.
Well, it's that little voice on your shoulder that's always there, just going, Craig, what if? What if you just decided to drink some of this paint thinner instead of just using it on your home?
I love paint thinner.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be thinner?
I love huffing. Don't huff, kids.
Yeah, Huffington Post, everybody. That's
Yeah.
what Craig is referring to.
Honestly, I'd rather huff than read that bullshit.
Just call
bullshit.
you are Ariana Huffington. Just
Give me the gold paint. No, don't do that. Kids are dying. Don't do drugs.
no, just eat Tide Pods.
Yeah, these dumb motherfuckers. At least we did real drugs.
Yeah,
You're doing soap? You're dying off soap?
to bleach their
Why
own,
don't you go
dude.
die off a man's drug? I'm kidding. Don't do anything. Plant medicine, heal. Go to the jungle. Don't do it. You're going to lose a tooth.
Good, yeah, they'll grow back. They always do.
Yeah, or yeah. And then, oh no, where's trains of thoughts? They're gone. Anyways, let's get fucking to it. You went to the jungle. Where'd you go? Peru?
I went to Peru.
Ooh, the source, South America.
Yeah, I went.
Where the vine grows.
Yeah, so you've done ayahuasca what 14 times? That's what you say in your
No,
act,
19.
Right? 19 up to
Where
now.
we've upped it since
Hey.
you've last seen me.
Now, let me ask you this: when you do it, is it the same group you go to?
Yeah, I found my home. I found my church.
Okay, and how many people are you usually doing it with?
Anywhere 20 to 30.
Okay.
But lots of guardians. It's very, very structured and safe. Like, let's say there's 30. What would you say? 8 to 10 are guardians and traveled people that can be there to assist if anyone's going through their spiritual hell, so to speak. You know?
Gotcha. Yeah. I had done it. So I had done 2 ceremonies in March of 2020. And this is a week before lockdown happened. And I went in there just because I was really curious. A friend of mine recommended, she's like, I have this great group. It's basically like a 7-hour sound bath. Like they only take recommendations. And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, this guy knows what he's doing. And I was like, great. But I went in there without any real intention because I was just like, I just want to see what this is. And I had a beautiful 2 nights of ceremony. Like nothing super painful or really even revelatory. It was more so just like, wow, this is an amazing, beautiful experience for me.
Yeah.
And I feel great. Meanwhile, though, there are like 20 people in the room and I'm hearing all these other people go through it. And I was like, you can't, as much as you want to, you can't block out their energy completely. There's still people going, help, assistance.
Well, you're connected. Well, first of all, we are all connected, whether we realize it or not. And then when you drink the medicine, you can actually sense it, feel it, hear it, transmute thoughts. Like
Oh, yeah.
Hive mind. It's fucking gnarly.
Well, even the guy next to me, like on the first night, I'll never forget, he's throwing up into his bucket and he's doing this. Blah, guilt, blah, shame. And I'm like, I'm trying to have my own experience here, buddy.
What a ceremony was that? That's a no-no. You're supposed to go through it, but also,
Some people
there's
can't
other people
handle
here,
it.
guy.
Yeah.
I got shushed while puking up demons, and I was like, sorry.
But that's the tough part. And so that's why this time around, so I had, as you know, I had a really rough couple of years, just a ton, bad cancer, 33 days in the hospital, came very close to death, sepsis, heart vegetation, strokes, all these things happened at the same time. On top of that, fertility issues, my father died, all of these things basically in like a 3 to 4 month period. So I was like stacked. And I came out of all that and I was like, okay, just exercise, do therapy, meditate all the time, eat well. And I was like, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. And eventually my wife's like, you're not fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like there is such a thing as toxic positivity. I was like, there is? What do you mean?
Yeah.
But I'm so happy all the time. Everything's great. She's like,
And
something
then you're like,
wrong.
she's just like, you're strangling the neighbor's puppy.
Yeah, exactly. I am? What do you mean? I love
So
this
happy.
little French
I'm so
bulldog.
happy.
And so this time around, I was like, I'm going to wait for ayahuasca to call me again. And in 4 years, it had not called me at all. And suddenly I was like, I think I really, really need it right now. But I need to go to a place where I'm away from everybody. So I knew I had to be by myself. So I went to there's a private ayahuasca group on Facebook that my shaman from my first ceremony actually started and runs. And basically you go in there to find groups, put your experiences in, things like that. I put my my story down of why I wanted to go, and all these big centers reached out to me. But those ones that are like, you know, they're basically like resorts, and they're like, wait till you see our pool. We have down comforters, like all of these
Sounds
things.
good to me. I slept on the floor.
See, it does sound good, but I was like, I'm not trying to go on a vacation. And then this one woman reached out to me. She said, I'm a psychologist. We take no more than 8 people per month. And she did not advertise any of the accommodations or any of the like things that you would go along to try to get me there. She's like, you come here because you want to heal. And it sounds like you want to heal. And I was like, yeah, okay. So we started doing a couple Zooms back and forth. And then I decided this is definitely the woman that I'm going to go see. I just relate to her. I like what she's saying to me. And my wife and family were fully supportive. They were like, if this is what you think you need, then just go off and do it. And dude, I'd never traveled alone like that. I've been on the road by myself countless times. I've never been to a foreign speaking country where I know very like rudimentary Spanish and trying to just get around like on my own.
Yeah.
So even just doing that was a big step in the right direction. But what's crazy is this woman told me a week before, she goes, hey, only one other person signed up for the same week you're going to be there. And I was like, oh my God, insane. When I got there, that guy got sick because he decided to do San Pedro the day before. And
Everybody goes too hard. You're
that's the thing.
Oh, I'm going to go heal. Let me take gnarly shit before the gnarly shit.
Right.
How about no?
Exactly. It's basically you were like, I'm going to go eat a steak dinner. Let me go to Golden Corral first before I do that. And you're
What
like,
an
no,
idiot.
dude, get your head out of the chocolate fountain and go enjoy filet mignon.
Yeah.
So this fucking guy, if anything, you're supposed to do San Pedro after ayahuasca because it's just like it's not so much of a healing experience as it is like just like kind of just like beautiful and calming and will kind of get you back to your place. This guy did it before, got super sick. So we're driving we're in this tiny town called Ollantaytambo, which is outside of Cusco, ancient Incan ruin town.
I'm
And she
going to
goes,
ask you something. You talk so fast. Can you slow down a little bit?
yes.
He's like, I can't. I got ADHD, and I'm just like, he's talking too fast.
That's okay. I do that a lot. So thank you for slowing me down.
Calmate.
It's a problem I have on stage when I'm doing a new bit. I
Drink
rush.
San Pedro. I'm just kidding.
Right now.
You just going, okay.
So I'm in this town, and she picks me up to go to the center, which is a 5-hour drive through the mountains into the jungle. And she tells me that the other guy's not coming. He might come tomorrow. And he never ended up showing up. So
You got a solo.
It's completely solo.
That's perfect.
I have my own yoga and meditation teacher, my own shaman, and my own psychologist.
It's amazing.
The best, like I couldn't imagine doing it any differently now.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna, if I ever do it again and I have to be with a huge group, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Just because.
And so was this in the jungle?
Oh yeah, like we are deep in the jungle. There's nothing around you can get to. There's a town like a mile and a half away you can walk to, but I mean nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just living on the side of a mountain with a family,
That's amazing.
basically. And I, again, never traveled like that. I go to cities. I go to places where I can go to restaurants. There, I'm just eating whatever they give me. I'm doing whatever they need for me to help out.
Do they do the Icaros and the songs?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So this is crazy. When I first showed up, my shaman, he's like a little kid. And I was like, is this my shaman? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, how old are you? And I thought he was like 13. He goes, I'm 21, but he only spoke Spanish. And
But
immediately,
the OG, the shamans like that, they're supposed to be, like, if you listen to their training, they've been, if you're chosen, it's like straight Dalai Lama shit. Like they're like, oh, he's born, give him the ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact procedure, but they're like, the fact that he's 21, he's probably closer to Buddha than we'll ever be.
100%.
Because that's his path.
Yeah. He first drank ayahuasca at 5.
Yeah.
And his grandfather was like this well-known shaman healer that was renowned in Peru.
Yeah.
That taught him everything. And the psychologist, who was the only person who spoke English, asked him when he looked at me, he said, what do you see in Alex? And he said, I see a man who has been very close to death and carries the spirits of the dead with him, and they're weighing him down. However, there's a tiny light inside of him that wants to spread, that is full of hope and can't find a way to get to the rest of him. And I looked at this kid and I was like,
You're like, you're 12. How'd you know that?
That's so accurate. And
Yeah.
like, he knew nothing about me. That's the crazy thing is like this kid doesn't speak my language. He speaks Shipibo and Spanish. That's it. He looked at me and was like, I got him.
Dude, the shamans are insane. I walked in and like how do they know? He's like, your shitty attitude and your shitty decisions. Leave that shit at the door. And I went, how the fuck you know I'm angry right now? I'm smiling, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They see right through you.
They see through everything.
Their
bro.
energy, your
He's like,
energy
you're not happy.
is louder than we realize.
I went, what? What the fuck? How the fuck you know that, dude? That shit tripped me out. It's crazy when someone calls you immediately out on your bullshit and you're like,
My God.
You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because most people will never talk to you like that.
Yeah.
Most people, like, I'm known in this comedy world, especially for being like positive and joyous, and like I do all these things to make other people feel better. And this kid straight up looked at me and was just like, "You don't keep any for yourself. You give it all away, and that's a big problem." And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess we have started here. I thought we weren't going to begin till tonight, but okay.
Yeah, the shaman said something about being selfish, and he said that word has such a negative connotation to it. If you really analyze the word, it's selfish, like just meaning just like a little bit. It's okay to be a little bit selfish and take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, the whole fucking sink, you sink the ship. That's yeah, and it's like, of course, there's people that are just rotten selfish brats. That's not what we're talking about here. It's like, are you being selfish to take care of yourself, or you're just like, it's all mine? There's a big difference.
There is a difference.
And once he said that, I kind of went like, oh, like it's good to be a little bit selfish in the sense to take care of yourself, because you have like mama bears got to take care of themselves, or they can't take care of the family, and on it goes.
Yep.
And how many people do we just see just giving away everything all of the time, and then they're just dying? They're just fucking dying.
Yeah, guilty as charged, dude.
Yeah.
The psychologist told me, she's like, you are so kind because you let everyone into your home, but people trash your home.
Yeah.
And you don't realize that you're not protecting it because you're not keeping any for yourself. And as someone for years who has preached this idea of like loving yourself and finding your own happiness and like looking to the brighter side and all that, suddenly I was like, oh, you saw right through me that this is something I preach, but not something I genuinely practice.
Yeah.
Like I say it all the time. Do I believe it? I learned not so much.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's part of the beauty of ayahuasca and psychedelics as a whole is you can't lie to yourself.
It's a reckoner.
Yeah.
Meaning whatever, it's truth juice, man. This shit is 100% truth. You can't look at yourself the same, that relationship the same, marriage, career, whatever. You just go, oh, it's me.
Yep.
Or whatever the scenario may be.
Yeah.
You cannot lie. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I wrote a lot down there, obviously, because you journal a fuck ton when you're in a situation like that. And a lot of what I wrote is just like, I keep looking at other people going, why this? And I never fully turn it on myself, because the scariest thing in the world is to go, wait, maybe it's my fault of this situation that I'm in. And I'm not saying like cancer and sepsis and all those things were my fault, but they did teach me that I have focused so much of my life on all of this negative energy and this self-destructive thoughts. And if you put too much leverage into those, then
it feeds it.
It feeds it 100%.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't realize how much time I was spending doing that.
Yeah.
Until I went down there and really faced it. And I mean, I did 4 ceremonies down there over 5 nights, and every night basically doubling the amount of medicine that I was taking.
Yeah.
So by day 1, I'm taking like a shot glass worth of it, shot and a half. By day 4, I'm drinking like a rocks glass.
Ooh.
Full of it. And I told her, I was like, look.
They don't have cups that big in my circle.
No.
Looks like I gotta go down south, huh?
Well, I think she trusted me and I trusted her because I was by myself, and I was like, look, I've done a lot of psychedelics and I think this is what I need and I can handle it. And she listened to me, where I think if I was at one of those bigger places, they would have been like, look, we're not giving you that much, dude. Like, we can't be responsible. Where she was like, all right. And I put myself in this uncomfortable situation where I was like, there's no escape here. No matter what happens, I'm on this fucking mountainside in the jungle.
Yeah.
And I can't just like call someone and have them come get me. So put me through it, you know? And whoa, did I go through it. Like night by night, building. And by night 4, it was just absolutely insane. What I was
Die and
going
rebirth,
through.
or what was
I mean, die and rebirth happened on like night 2, I really thought.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I was like, wow, can it get more powerful than that? And then we take one day off where we have this beautiful day of like going to a hot spring, roasting coffee on a farm and all these things. And then on night 3, nothing really happened for a while. And she told me, she's like, don't ask, but do not expect. And don't try to like put yourself in a situation for it to come. Just, it will come when it finds you. Sure enough, it did. It took a long time. But night 4, nothing was happening. And so she gave me more and more and more. And then at one point I got insanely sick. Now, here's the thing. Up till now, I had not puked at all. I had never shit. I had never gotten sick in any way from this medicine. She told me, she's like, you're not a puker, you're a crier. That's my release. I cry like hard, shaking, crying. And night 4, I take this dose and it was huge. And suddenly I'm just like so sick, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot go to the bathroom. I cannot puke. I'm just writhing in pain. And she's just like, I'm on the ground and she's just like hugging me and like putting blankets over me. She's like, just like, it's okay to be vulnerable. Just let it out. And I'm like crying because I'm so uncomfortable. Because like what I learned is like the worst kind of pain is one you can't identify at all. You have no idea what you need or what is wrong with you. And that's what I was going through. And I was like, is this because I took so much extra medicine tonight? Like, why is this happening to me? The shaman sees me going through it. And this beautiful soul comes up, tells me to sit up, puts my head in his hands and starts sucking out of my head like this. And then grabs my bucket and just goes, bleh! Grabs my head again, bleh! 5 times. And I was like, take it. Literally taking the sickness from me into himself, releasing it into the bucket. And
yeah, I've witnessed shit like that. Isn't that crazy?
Dude.
It's been done to me. You're like, how'd you do that? How you do that?
Yeah.
People don't understand until you do it. This sounds crazy. He sounds like crackhead. He probably is a little bit. I'm being honest. That's why I love you.
Dude, straight up.
No, but I've seen this happen. It's happened to me. These shaman, these healers, these miracle workers, they take shit out of you. They take it out of you. They take drug addict shit out of you. Evil shit out of you and puke it. It's fucking insane.
They're wizards. That's what I kept telling him. I was like, you guys are fucking wizards. This is crazy that you would see me in this state and just go, all right, I'll take this one. Like, you know, like, you've known me for 5 days. Like, this is insane behavior. But that's when I was really just like, I mean, I already been through it with them and been like, I love these people so much. These people are family to me. They've trusted me. They've taken me in. They've allowed me to live with them in this beautiful situation. And that was the moment where I was like, this is more than just like, this is infinite love. And because on day 2, I was like, oh, I love myself more than I ever have. And my love for myself is unconditional. And that includes all of my issues that I've been through. Because mainly, like, I have a very bad relationship with my skin because I've had autoimmune issues my entire life. It manifests through my skin. So it's always raw and just like fucked up. And I learned how to just accept that and love it and be okay with it. But now I'm at this level where I'm like, whoa, like, if I don't give energy towards that and I have this kind of love inside of me that I feel like I've always had but has been blocked, now if the obstacles are gone, what can I do with all of this?
Garden.
Right? 100%. Yeah, just plow it up. But plant everything. But man, I spent 2 hours after that sickness just going, oh, like feeling the most relief I've ever felt in my life. Like, oh my, like I was like as if I was on fire and then just got jumped into a pool. And I was just like, it just kept saying, oh my fucking God. Wow. I just repeated that for like hours. Just like, I've never felt this kind of release before, this kind of energy. Just, I literally felt like I was levitating.
Yeah, it's hard to give anyone an analogy that can make them understand of who has not done it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've tried, the best I could come up with is like the shamans take out a spiritual knot out of your back that has been driving you nuts for years. And you're like, oh, I could move now. Mm-hmm. I'm free. And that doesn't even give it justice, you know?
No, but it's basically they remove. I felt unchained. Like, I literally felt like I'd been tied up my whole life, and suddenly they were just snapped, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I remember early on in my ayahuasca healings, the shaman just said to me, you're allowed to breathe. And I was like, whoa, I've been holding my breath for 39 years, you know? It's fucking insane. It's such a simple sentence, but until you're that, like, but he knew he had to say that to me right then, because that's how I felt. That's how I've been feeling.
Yeah.
And it's insane.
Yeah, my psychologist said to me, she said, you've been holding on to these things your whole life, and you're free. Now you're free. And go do with this freedom whatever you can, whatever you will. But the lesson is inside of you. What you do with it afterwards, that's up to you. And that's the hard part, is because when I did it in LA, I'm in LA. When I did it in Peru, the next day after I do these ceremonies and I'm finished all of them, I get to go to Machu Picchu with my own guide, have this triumphant moment at one of the 7 modern wonders of the world where I'm standing upon this Incan civilization, just like, wow. Look at what I've accomplished. I did this all by myself. Like, I came here alone, trusted these strangers, and now I have this gift. But when you get back to LA, I knew I got to open social media again. I got to go to emails. I got to send booking requests. I got to go back to a world of, wonderful world, but also a world of rejection and problems.
That's what the healers say in my circle, which is true. It's just like, okay. Like, now you're going back out there. Now the work really begins.
Yeah.
And, because it's a dirty world. It's fucking social media, porn, downtown LA. It's filth.
Pork porn, downtown LA. Sounds like a good t-shirt.
It's fucking filth, bro.
Yeah.
Merch, pork porn.
But so when you do ayahuasca, let me ask, do you go full dieta and everything? Like, do you take it very seriously?
I actually have a funny story. Yeah. I try to, and I do. I usually am fairly clean, at least like 3 to 5 days before. Just try to eat more soups. It was one time we just fell off, but that was for combo, wasn't it? No. I was fine until I met you, actually.
It's all your fault.
No, because you have my autism. I was like, okay, I'm only eating this soup, and I eat it every day, 1 meal a day, just eating chicken soup, vegetable soup. You're not supposed to have meat, but if you do have meat, it's supposed to be light meat, fish or chicken. But they say plant-based diet for plant medicine. That just kind of is logical. This is leading up the homework to ceremony. So I was fairly clean. I was fasting, eating 1 meal a day, and I was just eating soups, just like chicken, rice, vegetables. That's my go-to, and it's just how I do it, and it allows me to have a clean vessel. But then I'm supposed to do a 2-day retreat, and Bert Kreischer and Stephen Fury bridged that together. Fury hit me up, hey, you want to do Bert Kreischer's cooking show? And I'm like, fuck yeah. But it was day one Aye, and I was like, well, I gotta do it because career, you know,
of
gotta
course.
take care of business. So I was eating clean. Then I do Bert Kreischer's cooking show. This motherfucker made chicken liver and swordfish. It was dirty rice. And I'm like, I can't not eat it on the pot. Also, I've been starving myself all week. So it was amazing. It tastes like a Michelin chef did it. It was insanely delicious. Plus, I've been starving myself and not eating like this. So I'm eating all this. I'm eating all Fury's plate. I'm like, hey, Bert, you're done with that? It's like, calm down, Craig. It's a show. Stop looking like a fucking peasant. And so the retreat is supposed to be Friday, Saturday. I skip Friday because I have to do Bert's pod, of course, you know. But then, yeah, I ate swordfish and dirty rice, which had chicken liver in it. And then and now I'm like, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm taking psyllium husk, activated charcoal, trying to flush it out. And then, yeah, long story short, I shit my pants on the drive to ayahuasca.
Oh,
I fucking charted like a big one.
No.
Like a double XL chart, you know, if it was a shirt size.
Dude, the entire time I was in Peru,
shit.
I didn't take one normal shit. But while I was in ceremony, I never once, except for that fourth one where I got sick, had the urge to even go to the bathroom. I was so deep in the throes of just like my own journey that like it never even crossed my mind. Like, hey, remember you've had diarrhea for 10 days in a row?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to take care of that right now? I'm like, that's not a problem, actually. I'm in my wedding dress and I can't ruin it.
I shit my sweats on the drive to ayahuasca. Thank God I brought backup sweats. I was close to the destination, so I was like 20 minutes sitting in this. I could do it. And then it got spicy, and I was like, fuck. And I stopped at a McDonald's, and I'm waddling and embarrassed. But then I'm like, everybody shits their pants at McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm not the only one in there.
I left underwear at a Whole Foods one time because I was out on a run, and suddenly it caught up with me and what I had eaten that morning in my coffee. And I was like, well, I guess this Whole Foods is just going to have a even less whole food today.
Yeah. I threw my underwear away. And I covered them this time. I'm not, you know, I'm growing. I used to leave them mud pie up for the next person to be like, oh my God, you just out of fun. I'm a menace. I'm working on that.
But I am so different in that way.
I mean, I did that once. And my manager, I got him, Garrett. I said, hey, look over the bathroom. Look at that. And he came out, oh, he almost threw up. Who did that? Your boy. Then I ate his sandwich. What are you going to do, Garrett? I'm sorry. I'm a changed man. Ayahuasca. I'm a mistake.
Yep, we all make mistakes.
So thank God, but I was going to ayahuasca, so I had everything. I had to change clothes, new sweats, booty wipes, baby wipes. I cleaned up, covered my mess. Still got to wash my sweats, though. I salvaged those. And then I shared it at you share it because I'm a comedian. I was like, let's make them laugh. And then afterwards, I felt bad. I was like, you just told everybody you shit your pants. This isn't an open mic. This is a sacred ceremony. And I'm telling poop stories.
Save that for the OR.
It got laughs, but it's like, it's not the place. But all I ever want to do is be funny, you know?
Of course.
So I was like, the shamans look at me like, this guy doesn't learn. This guy doesn't learn. No, but the shaman punked me too. It's amazing what they know, just because they could smell your spiritual bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Where you could be smiling, like, yeah, it changed. And then they look at yourself like, no, you didn't. No, but because I took an 8 with there's 2 shamans. I mean, there's a bunch, but the 2 serving it. And I took an 8 with one. And I wasn't connecting. Normally, I hop right in. I'm pretty good at it. It's like surfing. You just ride the wave. Mm-hmm. And I was struggling because of this life bullshit and my ego and my brain just trying to control it. And then I went to the other one, the other shaman, and I was like, let me get another 8. Well, first he asked, what did you have first serving? I said 8. He said, how is it working? I go, I'm not that good. I can't hop in. And then he said, what would you like? I said 8. And he said, no.
What do you mean by 8? Like, is that the
the measurement? Sorry, they give you a scale 1 to 10.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't give that reference. So they ask you 1 to 10, what do you want? They let you, because a lot of people are scared, and and not everybody's like us. And
yeah, some people want to dip their toe,
for
and other people want to dive
years,
in.
30 years, whatever. And then he said no, and I was like, I was like, what the fuck, dog? Like, come on, man, I need this shit. I need it. Why do you think I'm here? I'm fucked up. And he said some gangster shit. He said, the medicine is too valuable to give to you to waste for you to numb your pain the way you've always been doing.
Ooh.
And I went, I was like, hey man, you're not
Oh
you're
my
not supposed to tell me the truth.
It's like putting
I
a little
know.
boy back in the closet. Just like
Bro.
go back in there. Dude.
And then he's like these same like voices that you're telling yourself the same story over and over and over. Because I've been going a lot. He cleaned me up. And then I came back and he's like, you're clean now. You know, that was the last time. He's like, you're not fucking up. You're not on drugs and all that, whatever. And then I went back and then he was like, he basically said, you're coming to me with the same sufferings every single time. He said, we're human beings. We're always going to suffer, but bring me new sufferings. This shit gets old. I keep repairing and puking out your same demon. He's like, change the demon is what he pretty much said. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just invite a new one into your life.
He knew.
This
I didn't
devil's
tell him
bored.
shit, bro. I didn't say nothing. He just sniffs your spiritual doo-doo, you know?
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then he said, no amount of medicine will cure you from your own story. You got the same hamster wheel running the same story. And he said you need to be humbled, you need to check your ego and check your attitude and your shitty actions and shitty decisions. And then I wanted to make the show. I shit my pants on the way here, but I didn't.
Dude.
And then I got on the healing mat, and he pulled it out of me. The same shit I always have. And then he was putting me in my place. This is two separate. One he was serving me, and next was it like a couple hours later on the healing mat where they extract and puke your garbage out for you. And then but he was just a man. He gave me, it's kind of like the oracle. Like they give you the words you need, but you may not want to hear, you know, that matrix shit.
You know, they say that about
Hang on.
ayahuasca.
I got trains of thoughts, and I may got ADHD if you... Hang on, there was more. He said, like, focus on... Because we have two wolves, you know. You feed the good wolf or the bad wolf. He's like, creation, writing jokes, podcasts, YouTube silly bits, you know. Do what you're good at. He basically was mad at me for bringing the same fucking sufferings to him 10 times, you know. And just... But then at the end, it's all love. It's all forgiving. And he's like, we'll clean you up every time. You know, it basically said, keep coming back, you fucking dumb. He didn't say that, but, you know, just like, he's like, we're going to clean you up every time. And it's almost like I was like, I felt bad. He's like, oh, I'm disappointing my spiritual elders. That's how it feels. Where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show you this time. I'm gonna bring you new sufferings. I'm gonna piss my pants this time.
I feel like you're a car that loves off-roading, and every once in a while you like to drive through a muddy patch, and then you got to go to a car wash again. And you're like, sorry, dude. Like, I just can't help myself.
Yeah,
like, these thoughts come.
Yeah. That's pretty much sums it up.
Yeah. They always say ayahuasca will give you not what you want, but what you need.
Yeah.
Like, it knows better than you do. Because I went in thinking that I'm going to heal this, and this. And my psychologist was like, all you talk about is like these things that have happened to you. And I don't hear anything about your future. You're looking like the past is a wall. You can't build on it. You can use it, but you can't build on a past. So look forward. What do you really want to get out of this? And I was like, oh. Yeah, she's like, it's not about healing your past. It's about unlocking what's in front of you. How do we do that? Yeah. And I was like, and she's like, that's what I want you to focus on when you're in these ceremonies.
You step into what's in front of you and unlocking, sometimes you don't even got to look back.
Right, for sure.
You're just like, oh, I'm over here now.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Fuck off, trauma, bitch. I'm on the beach now.
Yeah, man. That's how I felt. I was like, I'm in the jungle of fucking Peru. Like, and I'm not in a major city. I'm far away from everything I've ever known. I'm speaking a different language. I'm eating different food. Like, how am I not going to be extremely present here and take in these messages as hard as they are being delivered to me? Because, man, like, I was proud of myself that I had just made that decision, because all these you can't tell a lot of people when you're going to go
No,
do
you
something
need
like that.
to be, because like not everyone. This is savage shit to be like, I'm gonna go face it.
Yeah.
That's gangster shit. Most people just keep eating pork and watching porn.
And going downtown LA.
I'm gonna face this. Get the hell out of here, Bang Bros.
Dude, but I made the mistake. I talked to a few people about what I was doing. Get the fuck out of here, Bang Bros.
I might eat a carnitas. I taste it with ivermectin. Come on, dog.
Dude, I was off pork. I've been off pork for like
Dog
2 months
remember.
now because of that shit. Because they were like, yeah, stop eating pork. I mean, you have to stop everything. My wife and I are trying to get pregnant, and they were like, we need you to not have sex or self-release within 2 weeks. And my wife was like, just so you know, if I'm ovulating,
You're coming
100%
in.
you're coming. And I was just like, okay, fair enough.
You're like, oh,
luckily, it worked out
shucks.
right before
Oh,
that 2-week
shucks.
period.
But
But dude, I was on the road in like Kansas City and Oklahoma, and I was like eating a vegetarian diet without coming in hotel rooms. I was like, this is torture.
Really hard.
Like, honestly, there's something about a hotel room. As soon as I get in there, I'm just like, well,
I'm whacking it.
100%.
I'm whacking it.
I'm by myself on the road. This is what I got. When I couldn't sleep at night after a show because my energy was like, and I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking, I wasn't doing anything to be able to calm
Yeah, they
myself
told
down.
me to stop weed and stop whacking it. I said, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Just breathe, Craig. Get in touch with yourself.
They're like, go to the gym. I said, oh, you guys are gay. I'm kidding.
Dude, they want you to keep it up afterwards, too. They were like, you still shouldn't have sex for at least 2 weeks. As soon as I got home, I fucked my wife. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I have not come in 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, do not try to take this away from me. There's some things I'm like, I won't smoke weed for a little while, but Jesus Christ. Like, I'm having sex.
Even Jesus had a wife. Mm-hmm. Didn't he?
I don't know, actually. I'm not really
I
caught up with the
I love
Bible.
him. I need to study him a little more. A lot
love-
of people say lots of different things.
I love
He had a
fiction. I've
wife.
never read the Bible, so I don't know.
I swear. There's Mother Mary, and then
Mary
there's Mary
Magdalene?
Magdalene. Yeah, she
Were
wasn't
they
a hoe.
married?
That was his wife. That's the church trying to say, give me money. I don't like women. That's the church trying to be stupid men, saying she's a hoe. No. She just hung out around a lot of men.
Let me ask you
wasn't
this.
there.
Would you say that because obviously I've done 6 ceremonies, you've done 19. Would you say that every time you're learning something new and going deeper, or what keeps calling you back to it?
Every time is different. Wait, say that one more time. My brain lost
What
it.
keeps drawing you to do it again and again? Because, like, there's an Alan Watts quote, once you get the message, hang up the phone. But clearly you
What
keep
keeps
answering
me
the
coming
phone.
back is I keep going out to the world and getting dirty again. And I clean it up, because it cleans you up, and then you operate on higher levels, higher vibrations, frequencies, whatever you may call it, and then the world gets you, and then and then I want to go back and be like, I want that clean Craig again. But really, you can achieve all that by just better diet and decisions. You don't need to go back. I just like Costco hot dogs.
Yeah, I hear ya.
And then you get all dirty and you're like, oh, fuck, I got to go puke out these parasites and porns and bullshits.
Do you puke pretty much every time?
No, I wish. I did not purge this time, and I even did Hape to induce the purge because I felt it stuck.
Is Hape the little thing you snort? Like
It's tobacco.
Yeah,
It's powdered tobacco. And you don't actually snort it. It is blown into your nose. It's interesting. And I don't enjoy it. It's quite gnarly. But it's indigenous, been around for thousands of years, hundreds of thousands, however fucking old we are. And it's because people think like, oh, powdered tobacco sounds like cocaine. It's like, no. This shit, it makes me mad because if you learn the history of tobacco, it's been around. It was fine until the corporations got a hold of it.
Yeah, until we started putting little pieces of glass in it.
Then
and
they
shit
put
like that.
fiberglass and 400,000 chemicals in it. And they're like, oh, it's bad. No, you made it bad. You dipped it in fucking formaldehyde or whatever the
You know what would make
fuck
this taste
you
better?
do.
Carcinogens.
Yeah.
Carcinogens.
Add 3,000 carcinogens.
I like that neither of us can even say the word.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we know it should not be going into our body if we can't even say the fucking word.
Yeah. But hape cleans you up, decalcifies your pineal gland. Basically, even if you don't believe in this shit, do hape, and it'll clear the cloud of fog off your brain. If you want to just get, if you're not into this world, just do it, and watch the cloud of fog disappear, and you're like, oh, I am okay. You know, if anything, it just clears you. But in the spiritual sense, it decalcifies your pineal gland. God damn it, I can't talk at all right now. Boy, I need some hape.
I'll blow it in you right now.
I bought it. We haven't done it once. It's gnarly. People love it, and they do use it a lot. It's supposed to be a cleanser. It gets rid of mucus. It gets rid of all sorts of negative bullshit. And, you know, call me old-fashioned. I'd rather do cocaine, you know.
The worst drug that I'll do every time
worst.
it's in front of me.
No, it's just not pleasant, but it does clean you up. It's, you know, so it's like I'm doing shit to feel good and check out and numb. That's my story.
Well, isn't that the problem with self-care, though, is all the things that are so good for us? It's just like, yeah, but it kind of sucks in the moment. Like, there's sometimes when I'm really excited to go into a meditation, and there's other times when I'm like, fuck, I guess I just have to sit there for 25 minutes and try not to think about anything. And it just feels like so much work.
Yeah.
Like, exercise, the same thing. Eating clean, the same thing. Like,
it is all
until you
work.
start doing it on a consistent basis, it just feels like work. But what we have to tell ourselves is the reward is not getting to eat ice cream or like treat ourselves like shit. The reward is how we feel because we did this fucking work.
The reward is you operate on higher levels and you're over this low shit. Like hot dogs and porn is low vibes.
It always comes back to pork and porn with you, dude.
It's just the quickest, easiest example. What do I say? You know, not everyone's done meth. But everyone's eating a fucking hot dog and flicked on the old porn channel.
Glizzy over
I actually
meth.
don't have a bad porn addiction. It's just it's slam dunk easy example.
Yeah, for sure. And most people do have a bad porn addiction. So yeah, I pretty much cut off porn months ago. I looked at it once, like when I got back from Peru. Like I'd been back like 6 days, and I looked at porn, and I was disgusted by what I was looking at. I was like,
it makes
what am
us
I
sound like old
doing?
men, and that's fine. We're getting older, but like it's not the same as when I was a kid.
No.
That shit's gnarly.
I mean,
There's fucking beasts and shit, cartoons that I never clicked on, never searched on my life, but they put it in the little commercials in the corner. And you're like, why is Marge Simpson being fucked by a minotaur? I didn't need that.
a
I
Krusty
didn't
the
need
Clown
that in
Minotaur.
my life.
Hey.
I didn't need that.
Well, you
but
know-
now I looked at it, and now I kind of want to click it. You know what I mean?
You know
like,
what
I
else-
didn't start off with that thought. You fucking shoved it in there.
The other thing is, when I got back, it was Halloween week. So
Oh,
I opened
no.
Pornhub, and everything is just like a guy in a pumpkin head. Fuck yeah. I'm like, no, I don't want this, dude.
What the fuck?
I do not like holiday themed porn. Please go away.
Go away.
Nobody needs
Go
you.
away.
I don't need Santa fucking his two elves. I don't need the Easter bunny sticking his ears into
Why
a
is
pussy.
Santa's dick so big?
Yeah, Santa's fucking ripped.
Yeah. Santa's hung. I don't need that. I don't need that. I want a regular. Everything's so fucking sick. It's crazy.
I'm at the point now where I had a hardcore sex dream about my wife the other day. Like, that's how much my imagination's like, hey, maybe you just keep it clean for a little bit and
Yeah.
don't even put another person in here. You'll get your wife pregnant. How about you just imagine you doing all kinds of nasty shit to your wife? And I
Yeah.
was just like, I woke up and I looked at her like she's still sleeping, and I'm like,
You're
whoa.
like, I'm a minotaur right now, babe. Close your eyes.
Get ready. The horn dog is here.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dude, yeah, no tentacle porn. I don't need any of this shit, dude.
So that's my goal. I think I need ayahuasca. I'm just like fucking different, you know. But I'm gonna bring new sufferings.
There's always new suffering, right? We can't escape it. No matter how ascended we think we get, how enlightened we think we get, some random thing manages to cram its way through all of the beauty.
Like Chris Rock's complaining about something we could dream to complain about, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, damn, these arenas suck. I'm like, what? What? Arena?
It's always something. Grass is always greener, you know. That's part of our. Isn't that part of our? What we learn though is like be grateful for yourself and your own abundance, and if you operate from a place of abundance, then more abundance will come to you.
It's true. It's true. I'm living proof as I step into that, and you're living proof. We started with nothing.
For sure.
We started open mics with nothing, you know.
Yep.
Now we got something.
Yeah. I tell myself that every time I'm on the road. I'm very grateful to be there, no matter who shows up, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing, and I'm so much further along than I ever thought I would be in this.
And I spoke of this a million times, but it's true, so let's speak on it again. Whenever I am happy, it's like, oh, fuck. I have a beautiful girl. I have a beautiful home. I have a guy that keeps my social media that I love. Thank you. Thank you. Because if it were up to me, I would kill myself to edit and to post clips every single day of my life. No, thank you.
Ugh.
No amount of ayahuasca can make me enjoy that.
It's awful.
So I am grateful. And when I am grateful, I'm happy. You're like, shit's like, it's good. Like, but yeah, like, we get so caught up in this stupid rat race. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I like nice shit. I like Carhartt and Vans. Who doesn't need a nice gun? You know.
Who doesn't need a nice gun? Presented by Craig Conan.
No, I'm being silly, but I do like pistols. But also too, the shaman said, "I hope all the bullets expire," and I went, "Yeah." I get behind that. That popped up because, you know, this stupid shit out there. Everyone's killing everybody. It's like, put the guns down. And that I got off track. But yeah, just be grateful for what you got. Neil Brennan taught me that too. He does his homework. That motherfucker writes a list. I think he said 7 times a day. I was like, 7? So he just checks himself. What am I grateful for? And then he goes, every time. It just puts me in my place. Mm-hmm. It's like, holy shit. People would dream to have a life like that.
It just says Dave Chappelle 7 times. Chappelle.
It's a good one, bro. For those of you that don't know, Neil Brennan co-created the Chappelle Show with Dave Chappelle. Yeah. But, you know, he's not as known as Dave Chappelle.
He's gotten, the last few years have been very good to Neil Brennan. He has really stepped outside of himself and become a great stand-up comedian when he was not touted as one for, he was always
he always was a great comedian. I feel that this is outside observing in. He's the only motherfucker that's done ayahuasca more than me, dog. He's up to like 27, 30 or something. I think it's the medicine. I think the medicine changed him, and we all saw it. I mean, he admits it. I hate speaking on someone else's behalf, but he's publicly said it on his podcast many times and to me in just passing at the Comedy Store. It changed him for the better, and you can tell. And it shows in his comedy. Mm-hmm. It shows in everything. And like people think you do. He was worried. He said this that ayahuasca. He's not going to be funny anymore. He's funnier, and it's fine. Like people think like I get sober, I won't be funny. No, you'll be. I promise.
No, you trust
still got
yourself
the same
more.
Stories, and now you're just a little bit more articulate.
I think it's a level of confidence that it unlocks in you where you go, everything's going to be okay, and I don't need to be afraid of what's coming. So then what can I do with this information and this feeling inside of me if I'm not afraid anymore?
Yeah.
If I can walk in front of an audience and deliver a brand new joke knowing that it's going to do well because I've thought about it or that I just feel it inside of me.
That is a superpower. No fear. No fear. I don't care whether you do stand-up, especially in stand-up, but whatever. If you are operating in a high level of shit with no fear, and it doesn't matter. Like you just lay it down. Yeah. Whether you're a surgeon or a fucking comedian,
Sure.
or whatever. You're like, no fear.
If you're a big wave surfer, you can't go into a 60-foot wave thinking I'm going to
Oh
die.
boy.
You just can't do
Oh
it.
no, I'm in over my britches here. You signed up for that.
Welcome to Frothville.
Now handle it like a goddamn warrior.
Fucking right,
I
dude.
said that warrior word.
Well, that's how
Did
I
I
felt.
relapse today? What is happening? I'm saying artagalat.
That's how I felt on like day 3 and 4 of these ayahuasca ceremonies. Is I was like, Alex, you've put yourself in a fucking position. If you have any fear now, like you are doing yourself a disservice. You did the work to get here. You did everything to prepare yourself. Now fucking let it go.
Yeah.
And man,
Face it.
yeah.
Face it.
Dude, I've talked to a lot of people since I've been back, and a lot of people, my friends have been like, I don't think I'm ready to face myself like that. I'm like, if you're not, you're not. But when I was at the end of my rope, dude, with all the shit that I've gone through in the past couple of years and all the trauma that I've experienced, I really was carrying it. And I was like, this is not servicing me in any way. What do I do? And then literally that's when I was like, I'm going to Peru. And
Yeah.
just fucking, and this beautiful
Go to the jungle.
and this beautiful person reached out to me, this psychologist who gave me this personal integration.
Divine timing, baby. So what was some of the gnarlier, what is that called? Not hallucinations, because it doesn't feel like it's hallucinations.
No, I mean, it is,
Visuals.
yeah. On night 2, when it started
I've
to come
hallucinated,
on-
by the way. There's a difference. I know. You just wait till you drink from the cup. So
Yeah.
what was some of the gnarlier visuals you have? Or
So on this, when we were doing it, the Mallorca, which is the hut that you do it in, we were completely in the dark.
that's a good word. Mallorca.
Mallorca.
Sounds like malarkey.
Yeah.
I like
There is no malarkey in the Mallorca, though.
I want a Mallorca. I'll bring malarkey to the Mallorca. I'm so stupid.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It's a silliness factory. That's what we're supposed to do. But like on night 2, I really started to like, this blanket came up between me and the shaman on the other side, and I could see this blanket with these 3 distinct figures in it, and I like invited it to come closer, and suddenly next time I opened my eyes, the blanket was fully over top of me and like surrounding me in this little cave, and then this woman's hand reached out and grabbed my chin, and I was like fully eyes open. I could feel and see this woman grabbing my chin, feeling around, like poking my face, kind of going like, what's this person about? What's going on in here? And then she grabbed my left shoulder while holding my face and just started massaging it and like pressing it down and like really just kind of like releasing some energy. Then she pulled my head forward and I saw this geometric tunnel just with all of these hands going like this, like pulling me in toward it. So I kept leaning forward. And the next thing
That's
I knew,
some good shit right
Oh, yeah.
there, bro. That's some good shit.
I have no idea how long I was leaning forward, but I realized I couldn't go forward anymore. I popped up and I was surrounded by just a giant, like, periwinkle blue light and this energy that was just, I was just in another place of just like, whoa, I am completely enveloped now in this magical blue light, kind of like a light like that color. And then all of a sudden, everything in me just started to vibrate, shake, release. And I was like, oh. And that was the moment when I went, I've never actually fully loved myself. It's always been parts. It's never been the whole thing. It's always, I love this part of me. I love this part of me, but I hate this part. I hate this part. And I've carried that with me my entire life. And it just started to kind of like, almost like evaporate and just like shed. And I could like feel these pieces of me, like this negativity and self-loathing, just like, and I could just watch them going away. And at this point, I have no idea how long that went on, but all of a sudden my psychologist was right in front of me and she goes, I need you to drink water. And I was so jarred because I couldn't see her at first because I was so deep in these hallucinations. And I was just like, and she's like, water. And I was like, I couldn't even open my own bottle. I couldn't figure out with my hands like how to open a water bottle. And she's like, just take 2 sips. And then she just gave me 2 sips. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to drink water as a human. That's what I have to do here. But it just stayed with me, this light, dude. And like, that was, I just felt it kind of just like, it was almost like a infrared, like clearing all of the shit out of me and regenerating, recharging my cells. And it was this beautiful feeling where she kind of said the next day, she's like, you're a very strong person and you always try to prove it. Who are you, to who? It, like, you know it and other people know it, so why do you keep trying to prove it? And I was like, fuck. Yeah, why do I?
Yeah.
You know? Again, focusing
I mean, you're
on the
a
wrong
touring
things.
comic. The fact that you made it there, it means you're a fucking savage because, like, it's the near impossible, you know?
For sure.
To pop and do what you love and you know, like, because it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself is a victory. Like, the fact that we're doing what we love, you know?
Well, one thing I said to myself,
That's savage shit.
and her, I said, when one of my, like, when I was really, like, releasing, I was like, I don't give myself enough credit for anything. I never give myself enough credit because I just try to, like, look forward without ever actually taking in the amount of work and the accomplishments and the things I've done and the life I've built. I'm always looking elsewhere for more without ever taking the time to go, Alex, you fucking killed it today. Great fucking job, dude. Like, I love you so much. Way to go. And now spread this to other people because you have this feeling within yourself.
I didn't have the too many Alex Gray art hallucinations, visuals this time around, but I did end up connecting later in the evening, not the first part. I was in my own bullshit, but then the Icaros opened me up and I just listened to the shaman and thank God, and I was able to connect and get rid of a bunch of bullshit, and I shared it during the sharing circle. They hit these Tibetan singing bowls
in
a particular frequency on the men's side. All of a sudden, like, all of our jaws locked up because I shared it and I thought I was the only one. It's happened to me a few times, but it's hard to explain to anyone because you just sound so nuts. It feels like the motherfucking Holy Spirit comes in that room and like pulls out negative junk out your, like, venom, like evil shit you say, mean shit you say you may not even mean, just to hurt a motherfucker, you know. And I said, like, my jaw locked up like this, you know, like Predator. And it reminds me of the snake and the fangs and the cup. You go like this, but like locks up, bro. Like because I'm not doing it. They start hitting the bowl, and the frequency enters you with the medicine. And then you go, hey, man. And I don't do that. I'm just doing it for bits for the camera. But you lock up so much so that your jaw is sore the next day. And it feels like somebody essentially gave you a deep tissue massage in your jaw. But nobody did, bro. That's what I mean. Like, this is what's so gnarly. And then I shared that. And then all of a sudden, like 4 or 5 dudes like, oh, yeah, that happened to me. And I find it funny that it didn't happen to the females. It was only in the men's side. We're fucked up. But you guys are crazy in your own way.
They get to give birth.
Yeah.
Like, you know, let us have a lockjaw
you guys
for a
just
little
gaslight us and be like, no, it's always you all the time, 100% of the time. And I'm like, every time, 100 for 100.
I did realize at one point I had been straining my face because I was just like,
yeah.
And then, like, I like let it go, and I was like, whoa, how long was I doing that for? Just because I was in such disbelief and astonishment of what I was going through. And it wasn't even like, you're talking about the Alex Gray art. I've seen a lot of that shit on DMT. The hallucinations on DMT have been far stronger for me because I'm literally transported to another planet.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca for me was just full body communication of just like, oh, now I really feel every single part of myself. I'm in tune.
I have had those visuals on IA, but it was maybe half of the time. It was not every time. And once again, it's like, that's like, hey, I want to go there. It's pretty
right? It's a beautiful place.
What was that, babe? Use the mic.
It always starts in the beginning for me.
She did it with me too.
Yeah, so like both times, I've only done, this is my second time doing it, and the visuals come in towards the beginning because I fight against it always. I'm like, it's not going to happen. And then all of a sudden I just start to get, you know, I had like Day of the Dead visuals, like neon fluorescent, like which I didn't see last time, but this time I did. And it was all around.
It's not guaranteed. It's also, you know, sometimes the medicine has more, whatever it is that makes you do that.
Is that how it was for you though too? Did it start in is it usually
the beginning? What are we talking about? First ceremony?
Well, I'm just saying for like the actual visuals. I feel like there's like a flow to it.
Yeah, there's absolutely a flow. There's
a flow depending on the song and.
Yeah, usually it starts kicking in after the second cup. The songs, the icros, they open you up. That shit's real. Because I noticed like when I did go into the you know, it was always at the same song. Yeah. It allows you to enter.
Yeah, same.
It's gnarly. And that's what I'm chasing, because it's heaven or love or eternal light or whatever you would like to call it. And there's just no pain, no problem, no fear, no nothing. So yeah, I want to go there again.
But you just said something crucial, right? Is like you find yourself chasing it, because when you have a beautiful experience, you want to go back. And I remember like on my night 2 was so powerful, and on night 3 it wasn't quite as hard. And I kept thinking like, I just want it to be like night 2 again. And that's not. And the medicine's like, well, fuck you for wanting that, because I'm showing you something different now. And I was like, all right, fair enough. You know? We can't chase.
Did we cover all the ayahuasca questions? I'm trying to give the people, everybody's so interested. Did we miss anything? I'm trying to have more well-oiled beginning, middle, end.
It does. You know, one thing I learned about ayahuasca I think is really important is you don't build up a tolerance to it. Like you could do it every single day for 6 months and you would still trip every single day, basically. It would just do it. It hit you in a different way. It's not like if you smoke weed for 6 months straight and you're like, I'm not really getting high anymore.
Yeah, the shaman, when he didn't want to give me any, he's like, it's already in you. It's you, man. And I was like, all right, just give me some more.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to give me some?
That's always what
he gave me a little bit, un poquito. I asked for he gave me a 2. But then it worked. It worked. Then I hopped in, and it wasn't the medicine. It was me, you know. It's usually the case. Yeah. Any questions? No, I'm serious. Ask, please.
Like, so how do you feel now? I mean, it sounds like you feel good, but maybe just elaborate on that. Like,
yeah, I mean, no, I do. I felt when I got back, I felt absolutely incredible. And like the first person I spoke to I had a really long conversation with my wife about how I'm ready to show her a different side of me. I'm ready to love her in a new way. I'm ready to be a dad, all of these things. And you know, within 3 to 4 days, you start to feel that energy starting to shrink inside of you. And so every day when I'm doing a meditation, I have to remind myself of putting myself back in the Mallorca and back in that situation of going, hey, you cannot let this just evaporate, because that's the hardest part. Is as soon as you have to open your email and you go back to like sending bookings and, you know, having to do basic life shit. Like I'm supposed to do jury duty.
You don't have to do that. It's like bullshit. Don't go. Dude, don't respond. They can't prove that you got that mail. Prove it.
Right?
Prove it. Did you serve me? Did you serve me? What? Who's recording?
We are.
That's fine.
I just mean.
You fuck off. You gonna?
But yeah,
clip that up. Post it.
But honestly, no. I'll go into jury duty and I'll be like, listen, whatever happens here, I already know how this case works out because I have done a lot of ayahuasca. So do not worry about me, everybody. I'm going to be the best jury member you've ever seen. I'll be the foreman, actually, because I already know this guy fucking did it, and I'm going to tell you why. Fire the lawyers. Yeah. They always
kill
did it.
Whitey.
Always.
That's what I would say. I'll never show up because they can't prove that I got that paper. The mailman's real lostful.
But yeah, I don't
forgetful. I don't know. He loses his thing. A fairy took it in the spirit world. Get off my back. No, and if they do summons me with a what's that called, a courier warrior.
Oh, subpoena.
They got a subpoena you. The when they give you a subpoena and they got a guy in his little disguise, that's when you gotta go. They got me.
Yeah, when Seth Rogen from Pineapple Express shows up.
Yeah, that's a real thing. It's a good job. You get to wear disguises and give people bad news. Surprise!
Yeah, you show up as like a plumber and you go.
I gotta go to jury duty.
No, that's
Oh,
like most
okay.
people get they don't have resources to subpoena people for jury duty, but they'll subpoena you if like I'm suing the neighbor because he cut my tree down. They'll subpoena him.
Yeah, no, I thought you meant for jury duty. I'm like, damn, that's
No,
crazy.
no, they don't have resources, time,
that's a lot
energy
of
to do.
work.
That's what I mean.
You're swimming in
Yeah.
the ocean and a lifeguard comes up and just like, you forgot this, sir.
They send out 1 million of those for 500,000 suckers to respond, and then a few people that just took a chance and over 20 years noticed the pattern. Nothing happens. No warrants. You're good.
Yep. Yeah.
They don't, and then you ask anybody in the system, and like, oh yeah, this is a bluff. It's just a bluff to get people to show up. So there you go, Nancy. You don't have to go.
Bam.
You don't have to go.
Don't do it.
All right, we'll get to the final question. You got a good pooping of the pants story? You shit the floor on your wedding night? What you got, homie? I know you poop.
I mean,
Your
of course,
pants.
of course I do.
Shit your sweats on the way to ayahuasca? These are the things we're interested in.
Well, I
She's
did.
going to go shit her pants right now. See?
Look, I did. Normally, I don't tell these types of stories, but I did have one in Peru on day 2, right when my liquid shits started happening.
You just enter another country and
That's
you
it.
just shit.
That's it. Yeah.
My farts in Mexico video that went viral. It's great. Highlight reel farts. But I swear on my life, I crossed the border, took one bite of food, and like none of those are fake farts. It's crazy. You're just like, I ate one taco and just burn. It's just because we're not used to it.
No, I was at an elephant sanctuary in Thailand and I couldn't stop fucking going to the bathroom every 5 minutes. They were like, do you want to bathe the elephant in the river? I'm like, yes, but if I use too much water, it's also going to come out of me at the same time. So
You're like, can we bathe me?
like, this is a bad
everywhere.
situation. It's called the Bangkok handshake. Like when you go to Thailand, you're gonna
It's called
get
Montezuma's Revenge in Mexico. It's
Exactly. Everyone's got it.
just, take your Imodium, folks.
Down in Peru, like I was only drinking boiled water or bottled water, but you're still eating all this food that's cooked on these surfaces. It's just gonna happen to you.
And it's not even necessarily bad shit. It's just different. Like they come here and get sick off of yoga mat chemical in our bread. You know, just different poisons. I'd rather have their poison. If I'm being honest.
That's our ad for Subway.
Doesn't give you stage 5 cancer. Just gives you diarrhea. I'll take diarrhea.
I've already had stage 3. I'd rather not have stage 5.
Yeah.
But when I was in Ollantaytambo, the second day I was there, I was climbing these ancient temples of the sun, these Incan ruined civilizations, learning the history and all that. That night I got back to my hotel room and I was like, oh, something is going on. You could just hear the going. And I have a pretty iron stomach. I eat whatever the fuck I want and like nothing ever happens to me. As soon as I was in Peru, it was like, oh, you think your stomach is solid? You're ready for this. Yeah. So you just feel it. And there was one, and it was probably like 7 a.m. I was about to wake up for the day to like start my next day of travel. And I was in bed and I'd probably gone to the bathroom like 7 times the night before. And I was like, this is definitely, I would like kind of like test the waters of a fart, you know, where you're like, I got it. I'm testing. And as soon as I tested, it was just like, whoop, test aborted. This was not what I thought it was. I felt it go right into my underpants. I ran to the toilet and just like, and I looked down and I was like, well, these are just going straight in the trash can.
Yeah.
Like, there is no other way to do this. Like, these are destroyed. Luckily, the pajama pants I was wearing were completely clean because I didn't want to throw those away, too. But the underwear I was wearing, I was like, oh, these are fucked. And I was like, you know, I was like in that hotel for one night. I went through 3 rolls of toilet paper, and I think they were probably going, what are you doing? This is a commodity down here. This is a luxury.
You're like, I can't help it.
I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. It's like,
sometimes you just gotta throw your underwear away. Normally I'm a salvager, but sometimes you just like, well, those are some polos. That was some good underwear.
Right?
That's some Macy's top of the line cotton.
I mean, I told you the Whole Foods one earlier. I was out on a run and the coffee caught up to me before I got back. And I ran into a Whole Foods because it was the first place I found. And next thing I know, I was shitting all over the place in a Whole Foods. And that underwear stayed in that Whole Foods. So, yeah, you know.
Never trust the fart. But I go for it.
Sure, of course.
How many times I shart?
I trust my farts.
Lot. I sharted a couple times right before the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your job partially? You do social media clips and clean his ass up?
No, I don't pay him enough for that.
One day you'll get a raise.
Well, much love, brother. Thank you for sharing your healing
love you,
journey.
buddy.
I love you too.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Check out my man Alex on tour. We'll provide all the links and you'll clips, collaborate, all that jazz. Go heal everybody. Good luck. Good luck. And if you're fine, it's good for you. How'd you do that?
Good for you.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
I love you all. Thank you. Namaste. All right, we're back. This is the intro continued. All right, we're back. Did I explain everything? So I'm smoking the weed, but, you know, I struggle. I need a more ayahuasca. No, this is Bert Kreischer's weed. Bert Kreischer gave me some organic, outdoor, clean weed he grew himself. I'm going to huff it.
Yeah.
What God gave me this abundance. I'm going to take it. No, but I'll get weed in order. It's not too bad right now.
But yeah, he grows it in his backyard.
I didn't ask the man where he grows it.
I've seen videos where he's
okay.
like got
Yeah,
tons of plants. I think it was his backyard. There was a pool
All
there.
right. Well, yeah, he ratted himself out. Why are you giggling over there? It went out.
All done.
God just said no more, Craig. Well, the devil has a lighter over there. All right, continued. I would like you to speak more about your journey on ayahuasca, since this is such an ayahuasca heavy theme too. Also, for all the listeners, we're doing it. Did I explain all this? We're just giving you one episode while we build this shit out, and we're under construction. But my buddy just did ayahuasca. I just did ayahuasca. She just did ayahuasca. So I was like, let's have a little ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Hacienda episode. Feed the fam. One episode. But yeah, this podcast studio is going to be built in a couple weeks. I'm working with the very talented Brian Jonestown, and he built Theo's pod, and that's the shit, and a couple others, and I was like, fuck, I love Theo. So hey, come on now. So yeah, we're hiring real construction workers to do the damn dance. I put those up. Hey, they're still up, aren't they? That's good weed. I'm talking a lot right now.
Are we taking this down completely, or
No, he's using it
Okay, cool.
and adding to it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, Emily, tell
that
your
will
tale. Hers was scary at day one.
yeah. I'm still it's very fresh
yeah.
and raw. I'm still like experiencing like it's still in me even today.
Yeah.
I tried to go swimming, and I don't know. I just kept listening to the same songs and yeah.
Yeah, also the weed like activates the ayahuasca. I'm like, yeah. When you
Maybe.
coming, man? Come on.
I also wouldn't say it's for everybody.
Come
I mean
on.
that. You hear the bell ring? No, I'm
you know
serious.
what I say to that? Come on.
I mean this. Like I don't.
I'm like that guy
it'll
with the
call you.
jacket selling stuff, but it's ayahuasca. Come on, kid, take the vine.
No, well, I mean, first of all, I didn't know I was going this week. So.
Oh
this
yeah, it was impromptu, all because Bert Kreischer.
Was it like the day before? Wasn't it the day
It was
before?
Thursday. Thursday, I got the news of the pod Friday. I was going to try to do everything, but it was just too much. And then I got an audition that day. That's how crazy that day was. That night, I got Bert Kreischer's podcast and an audition at like 8 or 9 p.m. And I'm like, what? I'm doing ayahuasca, you know? Obviously, I got it all done and took one night off of medicine. But Emily,
I
feel-
forgot that was all in one day. That's how
Yeah.
crazy. That's how crazy this stuff
Life's
is.
fast, huh?
Yeah.
Shit. This shit is wild, bro. And I was supposed to pick up my buddy. He's going to ceremony. Greg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Stinky Booty, number 1. I don't know if he wants to be named, but it's too late now.
I mean, maybe not with Stinky Booty.
Oh, he loves it. And so I was supposed to pick him up, but then I was like, Emily, you got to go drink from the cup and pick up Greg. And
I
she said,
yes.
okay.
Oh, no, it was, well, I mean, the drive there was also, I felt very rushed for some reason. It was rushed. Yeah, I was rushing.
It was last minute, like, let's do it.
But I didn't eat this. I barely ate this past week, so I was really clean actually. And yeah,
that shit kicked in immediately.
It kicked in really quick. Yeah.
I was dirty off swordfish and chicken liver.
I didn't think.
And too many thoughts.
I didn't think I was gonna. And I also I took a 4, and now I'm learning a 4 for me is like a.
That's a good number.
6.
That's a great number.
Yeah.
I usually start off with 7 or 8, and then adjust from there. Sometimes I'll just go crazy. 888, abundant. I'm abundant.
I always try. Yeah, I was trying to do the. I don't think. I mean, this is just my interpretation too. Like, I think the 2 you kicked in better with because those numbers really
don't matter.
They don't matter. Well, it depends on how well you can control like how strong-willed you are in your brain as well. Because, yeah, no, my first night it was too much.
Well, apparently, I mean, we don't even need the medicine to kick in DMT. We have it. I mean, we've done it in the breathwork stuff. Yeah. But I like the medicine. Call me old-fashioned. Give me a spoonful, doc. No, I think that's it. We're just filling the people in on where we're at with this podcast. We're getting it professionally built. And we had a special impromptu ayahuasca episode. And that's about it. And I just wanted Emily to tell her tale of anything substantial that you gained. It was all
death.
Hers was dark.
It was death, and I thought I was going to kill everybody in the room. I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if this is not going to make people...
She's not invited back.
I really thought like I was going to like stand up and just like harm everybody, and it was terrifying. And I'm like, oh, like I went out of this, and then I was like, I'm never drinking this again. I'm never doing this again. This is awful. Like, and I had like really bad visuals of like just like I watch a lot of like true crime and like the Mendez
That's pretty
brothers.
rare though. For the record, I've never heard of very many people seeing all that.
I know, and that made me feel like I'm like, that's not. Why did I even?
I fell in love with a serial killer.
No, you know what? And so I told everybody in sharing circle, and then I was really embarrassed. I was like, all right, well, let me just tell you what I experienced. But it's like a diet. So the diet before doing ayahuasca isn't just food, it's what we watch and what we consume.
Yeah, we're not supposed to watch like serial killer murder shit.
It's Halloween. It was Halloween. I'm watching like the scariest. Like I watched Smile.
Oh, God.
Have you ever seen Smile?
No.
Yeah, it's so.
Well, that's why. I mean, that's just you didn't tell me that part.
Yeah.
That you watched Smile and then did it.
Yeah. Well,
that adds up.
That's a very good cautionary tale for other people.
So yeah, just
I always watch Lord of the Rings and wonder why I'm fighting the devil in my booty hole. It's because I watch Lord of the Rings. I'm like, get him.
No, but it's an answer that you do subconsciously like hold on to those things, even if you don't. You know what I mean? Like
you're influenced by what you watch 100%. That's why I try to be more mindful of it. And then you just flip on anything. You're like, it's impossible. You just have to go to nature.
Yeah.
There's nothing good on that fucking TV. It's crazy. Except for Lord of the Rings.
House of Dragon was good.
I know, but it's just murder and incest.
All right.
It's murder and incest.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, they're all hot. Man. All right, so what's some of those? Yeah, it's crazy. Why'd I turn into Seinfeld? It's just incest. What is the deal? What is the big deal? Now that's a good riff right there. What is the big deal of incest? Nothing. I'm for it.
Oh, you know what? Another good insight too. I just completely off. I'm like, guys, guess what? No. So.
Wow.
All right, I'm trying to.
Come on, Emily, you got this. I almost said Brute Kreischer weed. Kreischer weed. He watched mine stand up in front of me. That shit had me sweating, dog. Because he said, how did I like learn of you? A Guy Fury. I hope I said his name right. Fury. That's why I say Guy Fury. He sent Bert my shit.
What?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Guy stumbled on my shit. Sorry, Guy. I've been smoking. And guy stumbled my shit on the internet and sent it to Bert. He's like, you know this guy? I gotta hang with this guy. And he showed me the text. And Bert
You gotta go eat with Guy.
Yeah, I go, Guy. I got Guy. What's up, Guy? I love you, Guy. Great guy. And so then Bert, it's like, I don't know if I clicked it. And then he watched it in front of me. I'm sweating. I filmed it real quick, a little behind the scenes. But I was nervous, so the camera, like, I thought I was filming my stand-up. It's like the floor, you know. It's not good footage. Anyways,
What clip?
Loosey Goosey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the whole claim to fame right there. Nice. So Guy stumbled on that. He's like, I like this guy. And then Bert, yeah, it was cool. I filmed Bert watching my stand-up, and I was fucking nervous. I asked permission. You don't just film a man in his house. It's like, hey, can I film you watching my shit? You know, yeah, respect. Anyways, and yeah, I was shitting my pants, bro. I was like, I don't like this. I left the room for a little bit, but it's a 6-minute story, you know. So I came back in and I was like, how's it going in there? And as soon as I got one laugh, I was like, okay, we're good. Oh, phew, you know. Dude, it's wild, like, when your heroes now know you and they're your friend and you're more of a peer now. He's like, oh, that's a great story. He's like, yeah, because he's taking a break right now from stand-up.
Yeah.
He's got his first time in like 28 years he's taking a break. Now there's a savage. I'm over here bitching about touring 5 years. That guy's been touring for 22 years straight. Whew. Yeah, well-deserved break, good sir. I'm ready for one too. I get one in May. I get one in May of 2025. Taking a month off. I won't. I'll do spots every night of my life. I love it. Do I have a spot tonight? I just smoke weed. That's how scared I get. I have 12 hours. It'll be fine. Yeah, what a wild shit. And then I shit my pants. I shit Bert Kreischer's swordfish and dirty rice on the way to the spirit world. That's a good life. That's abundance. Any questions?
Well, how was it shooting the
thing?
It
was so good. It was so fun. A lot of poop stories.
Oh, nice.
A lot of poop stories. Told Ross one.
All right.
and the old soccer turd on the calf.
Nice. Classic.
You guys were cooking and talking about.
Oh, for a long time. Very long.
Who initiated? I don't even have to ask that.
I don't know. Everybody on that one shit their pants. Fury's a pooper. Bert for sure shits his pants. And we had that honest discussion. It was kind of funny, but I was serious. That's what was so funny about it. I don't trust a man who has not shit his pants at least one time. I truly don't. That means you didn't gamble not once. Not the kind of man I want to know. Get out of here, safe Susan. We don't need your kind here. We want motherfucker farters. I was farting, moving the fridge yesterday. I farted one when she was on the phone with the car people trying to get her.
You were farting and the cat was
meowing. That was funny. We were in a fight and she was so mad at me.
I was so angry at him.
Me, I got a flat head. Me.
But I was so angry and I was sitting here editing. And all I heard was him farting and the cat meowing each time. So he would go, I can't even make a fart noise right now. It would go. And then we'd go, meow. And it was so funny. Like a soft, like little one.
And then I did it again.
It was so funny.
And then she went, 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, at least 3 times.
At least 3.
And I was trying to hold in laughing.
Fart meow, fart meow, fart meow.
And I'm trying.
I'm dying, bro.
He's dying. I'm in here angry at him. I'm like, don't laugh. And then I started laughing. I started laughing. It was good.
Let the joy in. Meow. Oh man, that was
great. I wish I was recorded.
We gotta set up hidden cameras. That's when you need a Ring camera.
We say this all the time. It's
I put a Ring camera up. Fuck you, CIA. You know.
You can get one that's like all internal, so nobody else can watch it.
Hack it. There are a bunch of perverts out there. Someone will watch me rub my ass. A pervert watching a pervert. I don't need that in my life. Bunch of perverts.
Say it one more time.
Pervert. This is good weed. Anyways, did we do it? I think we did it.
Yeah.
Namaste. Catch me on the road. Catch me building a new podcast studio. I'd say we'll be back in it has to be built. We might have to do a couple of these. I got too much to hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're figuring it out. I love you all. And but I'm so excited to get this shit built. Oh my God. We're going back and forth. I'm like, when can you come? Do it. It's so exciting. And just a few little art details. Maybe I'll take a poll. I can't keep up with that shit. People tell you all the stuff, and then I go, what did I post? You know, I ask a question, like, why are they telling me what to do? I asked. And they'll choose the one I don't want, and I go with the other one.
Yeah.
Just do what you want is the moral of the story. New logo's sick, though. Did you see that bad boy?
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Did you choose the one that we were all...
The bold one.
Okay.
Not the magazine one.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's great. It's
Yeah.
great. The color, everything.
Don't say anything about it. We'll do like a surprise for that.
I mean, it's going to be in the
We already told them.
insert.
I mean, who cares?
Is it going to be in the insert already?
He inserted a photo
Yeah.
earlier
Insert
You
photo
did?
here.
of
Yeah.
the finished set, like what it should look like.
Oh, this is a terrible ending. Trying to wrap this up.
I'm like, don't show.
Oh, this is still the intro? Or is this
No,
the...
this is going to be after.
This is
We're
the
gonna-
after.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's been too many callbacks.
Yeah,
to
too many
stuff they haven't
callbacks.
seen yet. If this is
See, that's
the
why I
intro.
pay him the big bucks there. I forgot to pay him this month. He didn't say nothing.
I really want street tacos.
No. Oh, they're so
Like
good.
from the-
See, we're going to get dirty again.
they got potato tacos.
Have you ever had...
She's going to make me eat street tacos, and then I'm going to be on the porn sites later. And I'm going to be like, Shaman, help me. Same problem. Craig, you...
Is that... It's you have to eat dirty and then...
Doesn't matter what
Okay.
order. But pork and porn and pork. Tastes good, feels good. But you're dirty. You're dirty.
All right.
Cochino. Go to church. Jesus Cristo saying no pork. I'm just saying stuff. Who knows? I love you all. I love you all. Tune in, rate, review. Oh, we're not even doing it right now. What are you going to do? Just click something, right? Mashigami, get those. They're good. Apparently, they might take the credit cards finally. The feds got off their back. Organic. Nothing in them. Nothing to see here. Click the link. Don't put it on YouTube, though.
No.
Delete me. You got to find it. Seek, and you shall find. Namaste. Peace, love, happiness. Hello. Is there anybody in